All right, guys. We got a really good show for you today. We have Nabi Kibunguchy. He was number 18th overall pick in the MLS draft. He plays for the Minnesota United. Thanks for coming on, man.
Of course, of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I want to talk about first. You were on the U19 U.S. national team in the Slovakia Cup. You guys beat Russia 2-1. Can you talk about that experience?
Oh, this is a crazy experience. Just being in that environment, it was like the first time for me at that level. At the time, I played for Sacramento Republic Academy. So when I was called up, I was like, wow, like it was a surprise to me at the moment. But once I got out there, it was just like, well, it was really eye opening, especially playing against with some like pros at the time, just people who've been in the system. So the actual tournament itself, it was crazy that we actually won against Russia 2-1.
Yeah.
I didn't play that last game, but I played two of the previous games against Georgia and Slovakia. So it was just great to be in that environment and ultimately win it. Definitely remember that the rest of my life. So
Yeah.
it's a great experience.
For sure.
Yeah.
Um, what did you learn most from that experience? You were coached by U.S. men's national team legend Brad Friedel, and also you played with the Weston McKinney, wasn't he on your team?
Yeah. I played with Weston McKinney. That was crazy. Just seeing where he is now, like wow.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I just learned like just to just in general, like um just to like just like enjoy the game. Because you never know like when it's gonna end for you as a player. So I just learned just to enjoy the moment out there and yeah, had a good time, had fun. That's what it's all about at the end
yeah,
of the day.
yeah, for sure. So your junior career, you played at Elk Grove, you played at Sacramento United, you played at the Academy for Sacramento, and then you were part of the U.S. development program. Talk about your junior career, and then like what's good advice for a junior soccer player you give them?
Oh yeah, my career. I was pretty much everywhere. All the local clubs in the area. I bounced from all those Elk Grove teams in Sacramento. But as far as advice go to youth kids out there, I'd say just to like just focus on the day. Um, Remember to work hard. At the end of the day, you can't really compare yourself to others because at the end of the day, we're all different players, have different developments, and it's just important just to work hard daily because you never know how far it could take you. Um, I worked hard growing up, and look where it's gotten me. So I mean, the sky's the limit at the end of the day, for sure, for all the young kids out there.
Yeah, for sure. I loved watching the game. I've watched a few of the games at UC Davis. I'm interested to hear when your love for soccer really start. And I saw your dad played soccer in Kenya. Did that really have a big influence on you?
Yeah, exactly. I started playing maybe 3 or 4. Uh, my dad played when he was younger, so he put me into it right away when I could join a team. So just from then, I just started playing, and I loved the sport. Just kept playing. Also, he's a big Arsenal fan, so we always just watch games on the weekend, just analyzing and just watching games for fun. So that really helped me to just enjoy the game.
Yeah, for sure. For Premier League, I'm a big Crystal Palace fan. So we had a run at that up a few years back. So um, I was
You don't hear that too often.
no,
Crystal Palace fans.
it happened. We had a friendly. The crew did. I want to say 2013, and I actually met the whole team and like kind of got to hang out with them a bit. And like it kind of was like it was like someone I could relate with, and I knew some of those guys. So it just kind of became a you know pretty cool since then.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw this interesting. You said if you could play any other sport, it would be tennis. Why tennis?
It's honestly fun to play, not to watch. Really, it's kind of boring to watch. But when you're in a like actual tennis game, like it takes a lot to play that sport, like endurance
Yeah.
and the skill just to hit it back and forth. But it's just fun to me. Also played like tennis, like way back in the day, like on Wii, like Mario Tennis and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a fun sport. So.
I asked because I'm playing Division 1 next year, and I don't see many people just say
Oh, okay.
tennis is my next sport. You know what I mean? Um, so
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
yeah.
Congrats to you.
Yeah. Talk about your career at UC Davis. So, what made you go there, and how was your time?
Funny thing, I didn't really want to go to Davis first because I want to go far from home.
Yeah.
My dream school at the time was Santa Barbara, UC Santa Barbara. Um, but they never really answer any of my emails, the coaches, so they're lost. But
Answer them now.
yeah, exactly. But I'd say sophomore year, I played in a tournament close to Davis, and the coaches were there. And from that tournament, they like invited me in for like a visit and stuff. I never really went to the campus of Davis before at the time. But after that visit, it really opened my eyes and like, wow, Davis is actually a cool place to go to school, like cool environment, college town, laid back. So I attended like a camp. I loved it. Then eventually junior year, I decided to commit there. Um, so going forward, freshman year, I got hurt. So I sat out my freshman season basically.
Yeah.
Then sophomore year, I was often on the field with injuries. Then came my last 2 years, which I really balled out and got me to where I am today. But it was just a great experience, especially our last year at Davis. We were able to win the Big West Conference Championship. So it was the first time in history we've ever done that. So it was a great feeling for sure. Then enter the second round of the NCAAs was really great. Unfortunately, we lost to Louisville, but it was just a good season all around. I wish I could have played this past fall, but COVID
Yeah.
had different plans for us. But I'm glad I ended my career winning the championship like that, though. So it was nice.
Yeah. This next question, for me, I freshman year I got injured pretty bad for soccer. I was playing ENCL. Like I had some offers starting like for soccer for college. My dream was always playing MLS. You actually did that. What's that like when you got drafted? And
Yeah, that was a moment I always remember. Just growing up, like, wow, I just want to enter the pro ranks, and for finally that day to come, it was just amazing, amazing feeling for sure to see all my hard work pay off and all my friends and family there to see it. It was a great day. Yeah, I was really anxious leading up to it, especially the day of. I was like, I couldn't sleep, couldn't do anything. But even when the draft started, I kept hearing the names go by. I was just anxious. But to hear my name called, it was a very good feeling. I was really excited. I actually didn't know I was going to go to Minnesota at all until like 30 seconds before my agent called me. But it was a great feeling all around.
yeah, yeah, that's awesome to hear. Minnesota United's one of the best places probably could have gone. I mean, they're new to the league. They really developed their draft picks. If you look at, them, they're. Have you talked to Coach Heath any?
Yeah, I just talked to him on draft day. He's welcoming me to the club, looking forward to meeting me,
Mhm.
stuff like that. And he talked to my mom a little bit too. So it was just it's a good little talk, and I'm just ready to meet him and the rest of the players and get going soon enough.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
a few final questions. So, what are you looking forward to most about playing in the MLS, and what do you want to really work on before going there? I mean, playing.
Let's look forward. The MLS, like the environment of like a professional environment like that. I just look forward to being in it, day in, day out, and especially learning from the older guys. I feel like I'm going to learn a lot this season because there's a lot of vets on the team, especially in the positions I play. So I just want to be a sponge and soak it all in, and really help try and improve my game as the days go by. In terms of what I'm working on right now, I think the number one thing is just fitness. So when I go into preseason, like I'll be ready regardless. So I'm really working on fitness right now and just trying to stay sharp on the ball, just do the little things. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. But did you watch much of the MLS before you got drafted, or is it kind of just new you watching it?
Yeah, I've watched the MLS in the past. Yeah, I've watched a lot of, especially the last few years. I've been more so watching it. The league has definitely been growing. A lot of like international players are coming over, like young guys now. So it's such a good league these days. So I've been definitely watching it the last few years, and I watched Minnesota a lot last year actually too. So
Yeah.
it's cool to finally be with them now. So
Yeah, I think COVID really allowed for people to watch more soccer because there wasn't as much to do. So like you just watch a game, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Even like yeah, even these days, it's games on TV every day, so it's so nice.
it's
Yeah,
awesome to watch. You're never really bored when you're at home now. Um, uh,
exactly.
yeah, two final things. What's like your favorite things to do off the field? And then I always ask the hardest question, so I give people time to think with this one. How do you want people to remember Nabi Kibunguchy when your soccer career is over?
Oh, that's a hard one. But anyway, favorite things to do off the field. It's like spending quality time with friends and family. Go on adventures. I like cooking, dancing, so listening to all types of music, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that's a tough question.
Yeah,
I just want people to go ahead.
I always have to edit this one with a little slight breaks in time because it takes people time to think.
Uh-huh.
Good question. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good one. Um, I want people to remember me as just a person who works hard daily on the field and off the field, and someone who's more than a soccer player, but someone who also like gives back to the community as well and uses my platform uh, doing that. And yeah, just a guy that you don't want to mess with on the field. That's for sure.
yeah, I love to hear that. Navi,
Yeah,
thanks for coming on. We really appreciate you doing this.
of course. Thanks for having me.
One sec.